Good evening, I'm Pinky Webb. Tonight we ask the questions, we tackle the issues, we clarify matters, and we get on point. 2 weeks before the national and local polls, the Commission on Elections intensifies its campaign against vote buying. Over 100 complaints have been filed so far before the poll body, prompting it to issue show-cause orders on concerned candidates. The COMELEC is bent on ensuring the integrity of the upcoming polls. Let's get on point with COMELEC spokesperson, Attorney John Rex Laudianco. He's joining us via Zoom. Attorney Rex, good to have you again. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Magandang gabi po, Ma'am Pinky, and to all the viewers of On Point. Good evening.
And let's start again just to get an update. Let's talk about first show causes on vote buying or alleged vote buying. How many show cause orders have been issued so far?
74 po ang na-issue na, and 53 of those were issued by the COMELEC main office, the Committee on Contra-Bigay, and 21 were issued by COMELEC field offices. We have empowered our field offices po to issue show cause orders on matters being brought up to them relating to vote buying and vote selling.
Bakit ho nagkaroon ng dalawang klaseng pagbibigay ng show cause? Isa from the national office and the other one from the regional ones?
Para mas mabilis pong action, Ma'am, what the COMELEC intends to do po, kasi once a report reaches us, kailangan po action na namin kagad. We're not waiting for complainants to come to us. Ang complainant na po dito, ang investigator na po dito, COMELEC mismo. So ang hinihintay na lang po namin tulong sa public, tulungan po kaming malaman sino yung mga possible na nakalabag, kailan, anong nangyari dito, saan namin matatagpuan ang ebidensya, and from there, COMELEC na po ang nagumagawa ng lahat ng aksyon.
Yeah, the vetting process is really important in this kind of complaints, Attorney Rex. Let's talk about some of those recent show cause orders that have been issued. One is for Senator Cynthia Villar, who is running for Congresswoman. We had a report earlier today, sir, that she was supposed to be present in a ayuda distribution that happened, must have been last week because it was April 23. Any information on this, sir?
The reports have already reached us, and tinitingnan nga po namin to. And again, Chairman Garcia has been cautioning our agencies and the candidates po. One of the conditions for the grant of these ayudas po, the exemptions, is that first, it must not be used to influence elections. It must not be used po to tailor to the intents for the candidacy of a certain candidate. And most of all, the condition which is strictly being imposed is that no candidate or political personality must be present in any form whatsoever. So sabi nga po namin, kahit tarpaulins, kahit posters, employees, sasakyan, bags at iba pa, ay hindi talaga po papayagan yan. Ang mangyayari po dito, kung may makita kaming paglabag, talagang maari po namin i-revoke yung pong exemption na grant sa particular na locality na yan. And secondly, talaga pong mauwi ito sa pagsasampa ng dalawang kaso. Isang petition for disqualification for abuse of state resources and vote buying, pati na rin po yung election offense complaint na maari po magdulot ng imprisonment of 1 to 6 years, pagkakatanggal po ng karapatang bumoto, and perpetual disqualification to hold public office.
But that's how strict it is, Attorney Rex, na kahit sa mga ayuda, na kasi supposed to be very strict ang pagbibigay ng ayuda, especially dahil papalapit na po ang eleksyon, ay pinayagan po itong lugar na ito. At napaka-stricto po na kahit poster, as you mentioned a while ago, or bag, o sombrero, ay bawal na makita doon sa lugar na yon. And what more, an actual candidate? I guess my question is it clear to all the candidates that in any event na nagkakaroon po ng pagpamimigay ng ayuda, ay hindi po dapat naroon sila?
Tama po, hindi po kami tumitigil sa COMELEC na pagpapaalala sa mga kandidato. Makikita po ito mismo dun sa grant ng ating mga ayuda requests for exemption. Na malinaw po yan. And the agencies involved, dapat po ipinapaliwanag nila yan sa kandidato at nauna po silang nagbabawal. Ikalawa, doon po mismo sa resolution against vote buying at vote selling, yung sa creation ng Committee on Contra-Bigay. Malinaw din po doon at inulit-ulit na bawal po talaga ang presensya nila in whatever form. Tama naman po ang batas natin, hindi po pinagkakait dapat ang ayuda kung kinakailangan, ngunit hindi po dapat ito kasi magamit para sa interes ng iilan politiko o kandidato. And most especially, kailangan impress po natin sa kababayan natin. Kung ikaw ay makakatanggap ng ayuda, ito'y dahil karapat-dapat ka. Ito'y dahil ayon sa batas, dapat ka makatanggap at hindi ito utang ng loob sa sinumang kandidato or politiko.
Has it been confirmed that this happened last April 23? And can you tell us more about that particular ayuda, sir, and the location?
We're still investigating it, ma'am. Nung nakarating nga po ito sa COMELEC, ang gagawin po nito ay talaga magpapadala po ng show cause orders. Ang una rin po namin ginagawa is to have the video. Kung yan mo po yung pruweba na nakarating sa amin, ay pinapa-verify po namin ang authenticity at execution po nito
Right.
bago po kami maglabas ng show cause order.
But Attorney Rex, you have a complainant here. It's a councilor running in Las Piñas, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. And based on the latest statistics, there are now 15 actual complaints filed with the COMELEC Law Department. So what will happen here is that the COMELEC Law Department will in fact be sending out summons po and asking the respondents to file their respective answers or counter affidavits. So ito po ay formal ng proseso. Yung pong sinasabi kasi natin na show cause orders, these will form part of yung pong administrative process ng maaring magdulot ng petition for disqualification. But this time na naging parte na ng proseso ng preliminary investigation, ay magpapadala po ng summons ang Law Department. Ang patutunguhan po nito, kung may probable cause, filing of criminal complaint in regional trial court.
Summons to whom? Did you say
Doon po
15?
sa respondent po natin. Kasi kung meron pong complainant, merong respondent. So
Yeah.
summons will be sent to the respondent to file her answer or counter affidavit to the complaint. Bibigyan po sila pareho ng pagkakataon na mag-submit ng mga kanilang evidence, pieces of evidence, mga
Okay.
testimonya kung gusto nila, at pagkatapos i-determine may probable cause ba, meron bang nalabag na batas.
Papangalanan ko na po, yung complainant hindi ho ba si Councilor Mark Santos?
Kung hindi po ako nagkakamali, yan nga po.
And of course, yung kanyang kinocomplain po ay si Senator running for Congresswoman Cynthia Villar.
That is correct.
All right. There is another, this happened a couple of weeks ago. Yung anak naman po nila, Camille Villar, who's a congresswoman who is running for senator. What is the update there? It's been a while, sir, and I know that the defense of the senatorial candidate, Camille Villar, she said that this supposed place na namigay po ng mga, I guess there were appliances and all, happened even before the campaign period began. Any update on this too?
Tama po, yun nga po yung naging pahayag po doon sa answer sa show cause order na na-issue kay Congresswoman Camille Villar. Ang sinasabi po niya, naganap daw po itong sortie na ito on February 9. So at least 2 days before the
11.
onset of the campaign period for the senators po.
Have you ascertained this?
It's still being studied by the Committee on Contrabigay at naghihintay din po kami ng recommendation nila. If this would be the end of their fact-finding investigation, lumalabas po naging satisfactory yung answer. At kung hindi naman po, this will proceed. Katulad po nung nangyari sa iba, ng filing ng motu proprio petition for disqualification.
All right. And also there is supposed to be a candidate. This one, I'm not sure if he's been mentioned or she has been mentioned, a candidate in Occidental Mindoro, sir?
Yan po yung nabanggit ni Chairman Garcia nga po, no? Dun sa ayuda rin po, pamimigay sa ayuda. I believe wala pa pong nai-issue na show cause order dito dahil kakarating pa lang din po ng information sa COMELEC, and the Chairman tasked the Committee on Contrabigay to ascertain this. At kung makikita po natin, pagkatapos po maisalang yung video sa vetting process, talagang tutuloy po ito sa issuance ng show cause order as part of the fact-finding investigation process.
Attorney Rex, hypothetically, if show cause orders are given, for example, today, we know that the elections are forthcoming less than 2 weeks. How long until they could possibly be, number one, if found guilty, possibly disqualified? Gaano ho katagal ang proseso nito?
Ang pangako po ni Chairman Garcia, once ma-file yung formal na motu proprio petition for disqualification, ibig sabihin natapos na po yung proseso ng Committee on Contrabigay, ay pipilitin po nilang matapos yung kaso, ma-resolve po yung kaso. Pero kahit naman po hindi siya ma-resolve before the elections, meron naman po magagawa ang COMELEC. First, pwede pong isuspend ang kanilang proclamation kung yung kandidato po na naireklamo ay siya po nakakuha ng pinakamaraming boto. Kaya po laging ang petition po dito is accompanied by a prayer for suspension of proclamation in ad cautelam in case magkakuha po siya ng pinakamaraming boto. Also, on the part of the petition, kapag na-file naman po yan, hindi nawawala ng jurisdiction ng COMELEC. So meron po mga instances na nakita kayo kahit nakaupo na yung kandidato, nanalo na po siya at na-proclaim na siya, ay napapababa ng COMELEC. Ang importante po kasi dito talaga magkaroon ng jurisdiction ng COMELEC with the filing of a motu proprio petition for disqualification. Aminado po tayo yung criminal aspect medyo matagal dahil kailangan dumaan ng preliminary investigation and ultimately sa courts po ito maipafile. But the petition for disqualification, this goes with COMELEC alone.
Attorney, kailan po nawawala ng jurisdiction ng COMELEC dun sa mga winning candidates?
Pagdating po sa members ng House of Representatives at members po ng Senate, kapag sila po ay na-proclaim, secondly, nakapag-oath of office at nakapag-assume ng kanilang opisina, lahat po kasi ng issue sa pagiging member nila ay mata-transfer na and will be vested to the respective tribunals. Kung sa House po, the House of Representatives Electoral Tribunal, and to the Senate Electoral Tribunal. Pero meron pong konting twist dyan. Kasi pag na-file po yung ating kaso, yung mga parte sa Regional Trial Court, nagtutuloy-tuloy po siya regardless kung ang isang tao po ay nakaupo sa pwesto or nanalo dahil ito po ay criminal case.
Very quickly also, maybe you can also give us the latest on the show cause orders. Number one, ilan po on anti-discrimination o yung sinasabi pong mga bastos po na naging pananalita ng ilan sa ating mga kandidato?
9 po ang na-issuehan to 8 individuals dahil yung kauna-unang individual po, 2 show cause orders ang na-issue sa kanya. And out of the 9 show cause orders, 2 na po ang naging formal na motu proprio petition for disqualification. Nung una po ay na-file ito laban kay congressional candidate Christian Sia ng Lone Legislative District po ng Pasig. At yun nga pong ikalawa, yung kay Governor Unabia dyan sa may Region 10 ay na-file na rin po kaninang umaga isang formal na petition for disqualification.
And then what happens after that, sir?
Yeah, this will be docketed to a COMELEC division which will hear the case po. Pagbibigyan po sila doon, may due process pa rin. Magkakataong magsumiti ng evidence and then the division will render a decision na po dito. Kung sakali man po, magkakaroon sila ng apila doon sa motion for reconsideration to the en-banc, we'll leave that to them. Basta importante po, ang atas ng ating COMELEC, i-resolve ng division the soonest possible.
Does the division or do the members of the division have time to really look into this now, less than 2 weeks before the election, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Kaya nga po ito yung maganda na nagkaroon ng show cause orders dahil even before na makarating po sa kanila ito via a petition, na ilatag na po yung facts, na ilatag na yung issues and circumstances and even the pieces of evidence which will be used in the case. Yung po yung kagandahan na nauna po yung fact-finding investigation, hindi yung determination ay magaganap during the hearing process.
I see. Was there a directive from the chairman to the members of COMELEC, whichever division that may be, on the number of days by which they should be able to resolve any of the complaints?
Wala naman pong naibigay na days but yung hindi naman po kinakailangan ng directive from the chair kasi collectively ang members of the commission from the chairman to all the commissioners are really intent to resolve these cases the soonest possible. Ang ayaw po nila talagang mangyari, magkaroon ng confusion, maghahalala na malaman ba natin disqualified ba o hindi. Basta ang importante nakapag-rule ang COMELEC, kung makapag-a-appeal naman siya sa Supreme Court, ang importante may ruling po tayo at nailatag sa taong bayan ang mga ebidensya patungkol dito.
And maybe just as a last question, sir, how is everything now in terms of preparation? What are the biggest challenges maybe prior to the May 12 elections?
So far, ma'am, and so far as the schedule is concerned, yung pong ating automated counting machines and the peripherals, almost 100% delivered na po sa ating mga technical hubs na sila po ang panggagalingan ng ating mga pagdadala sa mga paaralan come May 2 to 7 dahil yan po yung period natin ng final testing and sealing. Ang ballots po natin coming from the BARM at iba pa ay halos paparating na po doon sa mga kanilang lugar. Ang pinakahuli pong maide-deliver na ballots on May 8 ay dito sa National Capital Region dahil napakalapit. Teachers now, yung pong mga electoral boards, they're undergoing refresher training and last-minute instructions, pati po yung ating PNP personnel na maaring mag-substitute in case magkaroon ng shortage ng ating electoral boards, they're undergoing certifications already. So sa ngayon po, wala po kaming nakikitang problema. Even the Starlink installation po, 80% na po sa mga GIDA sites.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. COMELEC spokesperson, Attorney John Rex Laudianco.
Maraming salamat.